All right, Virgo, these are going to be your messages for April 15th through the 30th. It's Kendrick with Providence Tarot. I am going to be reading with the Wild Unknown Tarot deck from by Kim Kranz today, okay? So let's flip over the center card for you, Virgo. You guys always give me the most views. If it's not you, it's Libra. So the Daughter of Swords. This is Prince of Swords energy, or Princess of Swords energy, or Page of Swords energy. So this is talking about, being spirited with something. You're kind of like in the beginning stages of something. It's like there's a sort of like stage of renewal, or there might be the beginning of some sort of like leveling up in some kind of way. This could just be saying that you might think that you have all of the information, and you might think that you have all of the knowledge that you need, but there's a little bit more information that you need to take in. Okay? It's not saying that the information that you have isn't the information that you need, but it's kind of just part of it. You still have a little bit further to go. There's still a little bit more to explore. There's still a little bit more to uncover and discover, right? There are still some questions that you might ask yourself that you haven't been inspired to ask yourself yet, just because the you just don't know certain things right now. So you don't even know to ask yourself those questions. You know what I mean? So try not to be a know-it-all here. You definitely want to be attentive, right? Because the attentiveness means that you do know that you don't know everything. So you're willing to be present and ready to accept the information that you need to accept. And this is kind of like, not being too much in your head about things, not speaking too soon, not having a sharp tongue about it, just kind of like being very cordial, saying please and thank you. Also, knowing when to speak is very important. Don't say too much. You don't need to be speaking and saying things when there really isn't anything that needs to be said. Stop asking too many questions about the same thing that you've probably already gotten the answers for. This is kind of like being a little bit of a nag, perhaps. This is also saying, like I said before, there's a little bit more study that needs to take place. You're definitely getting somewhere. Don't get me wrong, Virgo. You're getting somewhere and things are happening, but don't get too ahead of yourself here with this Daughter of Swords card. It's good though. Still being your intelligence. Okay, Virgo, work. You just got a card that Leo just got. I shuffled the hell out of the cards. The Four of Wands is here, and this is talking about, potential that you are seeing and you are achieving within yourself. Venus, this is Venus in Aries. So Venus's home is usually in, let's say, Taurus or Libra. In this sense, we're going to say Libra because this Four of Wands is talking about a sense of balance that is achieved through action. And it's action that is taken that isn't typically taken, right? It's kind of like being in different territory and seeing how, being more assertive and more self-assured is actually getting you somewhere, or it's making something possible for you. Being unwavering, and it's saying, that's why I'm saying that you have gotten somewhere. There is something that has happened, but just because you've achieved something, you've gotten somewhere, and you've come to this conclusion, doesn't mean you know it all. It just means that you've gotten to this point, right? You've leveled up a little bit. And it does talk about a little bit of a plateau. How are we going to build up from here? How are we going to, gradually succeed moving forward, right? And it also says, this is great because it's saying that there is room for growth. And I love that. The Daughter of Swords is saying, yes, I have gotten to this place, but I'm aware that there is so much room for growth here. Okay? And now let's look at the other card that you got. Wonderful. A card that talks about room for growth in the intelligence area, in the mind, in the mental capacity. Okay? So this is saying that you haven't learned all that you can learn. This is saying that you can learn a little bit more. And once you learn that more of that information, you're going to have more abilities, more capabilities. It's more practical for you to actually have more information. And this Eight of Pentacles is saying that you can use that information to create something more substantial for yourself, to build and shape something that is going to be more meaningful. It's going to cover more bases for you. It's going to make you feel stronger, right? As you approach, or as you do, or as you make, okay? As you forge your way ahead. And this is talking about shared resources as well. The information, right, was the shared resource that made it possible for you to create something more, for you to, mint something, for it to be stronger and better every time. We're talking about improvements. And look, you're finishing with your energy, right? This is Sun in Virgo. So this is kind of like being very much in your abilities, very much in your strengths of your abilities, being aware of that, right? And knowing how to use that, and being unapologetic about what it is that you do well. Do it. You know what I mean? That's what you're meant to do. You're made for this. The Eight of Pentacles talks about you being made for something. So don't question that. You think a spider questions a spider web? It's like, bitch, it's called a spider web. You know what I mean? Like, why am I questioning that? That's what I make. That's what I do. I can make it better than anybody can. Try finding a substitute, right? Try it. If you do find a substitute, I can assure you that it's going to be somebody with the same principle and like-mindedness of me, right? So you're really just getting another version of me anyway, because I know what's important, right? I know what's of innate importance, right? I know what needs to be done first, right? I know where it starts with me. Okay, Virgo, thank you. If you would like to book a reading with me, email providencetarotkendrick@gmail.com. I'm doing my 20-minute for $20 special, and I'm also doing a 10-minute for $10 special. Okay? Like, share, and subscribe, and also comment on the video. Bye.